Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 1 versus 1 on Meeting of Minds. Playing as the Space Wolves, we have got Silky P on the left hand side, and playing as the Death Guard, we've got Cultist Champ on the right hand side. Cultist Champ will be opening off double Nurgle Cultists, double Poxwalker Slaves, and double Scourge Generators. Whereas the Space Wolves are going to go for double Iron Priest or Wolf Lord, and just no buildings really, as the Iron Priest is going on a bit of a mission. I imagine you're going to be doing some gypsy thievery, looking for some scrap metal and stuff. Interesting opening from Cultist Champ. So I will say before the game gets properly underway that this is a self-proclaimed noob game. It wasn't loaded on the Discord, and they did say that, hey, this is a noob game, so, you know, it might not be the most devious or intense in the way of strategy for a game, but, you know, there's always nice things to talk about for openings and, you know, for people to learn stuff. Ooh, we've got some plague of zombie hordes been built up by Cultist Champ here. And we've also got... Haha, wait a minute. Mr. Silky P with a cheeky wolf den. Being built up by 2 Iron Priests. You're not noobs at all, are you? You're smurfs pretending to be noobs. For clout or something. But you know what? I'll appreciate it. I feel like as if we're watching a StarCraft 2 game. The Terran build... They're building up a barracks outside the base, and now it's just going to be streaming out some warriors, I imagine. Also, cheeky cryo gun turret as well. Very, very naughty. Now, yeah, I don't know exactly what Cultist Champ is thinking of. Whether he's just thinking, well, plague a zombie horde and then build up the green money until you get into tier 2 and then vehicles, maybe. I mean, that might be the plan. Got a Feckle Nalmal as well for defensive reasons. Very odd opening as that he's not quite captured all of his bits and bobs near the base. This will be seen. Zombie plague hordes moving forward. Now these guys aren't exactly the most DPS oriented dudes, but they come out fully kitted out with the maximum numbers. When they die, they can sometimes come back to life, and the more damage they do, the better their health regen, but they cannot reinforce themselves. So once the numbers fall foul, that is it. That's them done, more or less. Does seem like they also do some damage over time as well. Cultist going to continue carrying and capturing bits and bobs. Is everything built up in the base at the moment? No, there is not. Dear oh dear. It's quite unfortunate, but they are able to get more blue money with strategic points that they capture, though they cannot build listing posts on top of them, can the Space Wolves. Very odd faction indeed. And to be fair, they are fighting uphill against the Death Guard. This is not a favoured match for them. In fact, there is no favoured matches for them, as I would say they are probably the weakest faction in the game at the moment, just because of their odd playstyle. Although it will all be fixed in patch 7.0 if rumours are to be believed. I do believe them. Been lots of good ideas been floated around about the Space Wolves, and I can't remember exactly what's been done about them, but stuff will be done about them. We see more Nurgle Cultists on the way, and we've also got, by the list of things, 2 squads of plague zombies inside there. Plenty of money for tearing up into tier 2 when they are ready. A Feckle Normal being plopped down here as well. So if they can just survive, I mean, I don't know exactly how they're gonna turn this tide, but I mean, maybe just an amass of plague zombies is all that you really need. Crawling out of the ground. They're doing the monster mash. Oh, they came out and thought, ooh, no, I don't like this. Don't like this at all. Let's go back indoors. It's warm and comfy. Or maybe they're going to go around the backside, try and force people towards the angry trees. That's what my guess would be. Scourge Generator's been targeted. Also got some wolfy people teleporting in as well. Another Iron Priest for the scrap hauling, I imagine. Somebody's been summoned either which way. It's not looking pretty, is it? It's not looking pretty at all. Wolf Lord been slapped by the plague zombies. Now, she's not doing a terrible amount of damage, but won't be winning this engagement anytime soon. Not with those kinds of numbers on the go. Space Wolves on this side, however, are struggling with all the green. Quite manoeuvrable are these plague zombies. We'll see a third squad coming out as well. They are only 220 blue for 9 models. Or 7, I'm not entirely sure how many there are, but yeah, look at that health regen, man. Quite intense. Maybe Yeah, I mean, like I said, the more damage they do, the quicker their health regen is. So, if they aren't killed quickly, they can quickly become a bit of a problem. Space Wolves don't seem to have much. I mean, they need a Hall of Knowledge, but nothing's being built up over here. And that is, the Hall of Knowledge is where the Space Wolves do get the majority of their stuff. I'm going to build a Hall of Knowledge right inside the Death Guard's base. Not sure if this is a good idea, Silky Pete, but you know what? We'll give it a go anyway. I want to cancel that building there. He's done the damage, and generally in these kind of situations, when you've done the damage, you kind of back off a little bit. I'll wait till I get more men to get that killing blow, or maybe go around and do some damage to other parts of which are a little bit less vulnerable, or less defensible. But in saying that as well, Cultist Champ is also struggling exactly the same. Well, it's going to also explain that normally with a opening, even if you're going for like an unusual one, going for 3 Poxwalker Slaves in total, the one that you start with, and 2 from the base, not usually what you tend to do. 1 or 2 is more than enough than going for 3 total. I mean, with the Space Wolves, 3 Iron Priest, that makes total sense because you want them to grab as much scrap as they can. Also, building up all those Halls of Blood, or Halls of Knowledge, sorry, are insanely useful. Because the more you can build, the higher your economy is. The economy will be suffering. I mean, what is it, 68 and 10 now to 33 and 5. I mean, yeah, these guys need to capture as many of these bits as they can. They're just not doing it. They're doing what they can on the smallest amount of economy humanly possible. Looking for some more Grey Pack leaders, and these guys aren't cheap. They are just as expensive as regular Space Marines. Just as expensive, but not as good in the grand scheme of things. Hell of Nurgle coming out. Look at all this rot and pus being slammed inside of the Iron Bearers, or Iron Priests, sorry. As we're going to go on to the Death Guard side, just because their UI is a little less Age of Mythology, if you get me. It's less in your face. Damn, these Plague Zombie Hordes, as well as the Feckle Nullmauls, doing a damn fine job at defending. These guys absolutely need to fall back and fight on something else for the moment. There's listing posts down here that they can fight at. There's also listing posts at home that you could be capturing, young man. Even if you send just 1 unit towards the beginning. Like all these guys that are about to die. Just a low health. Send them back and cap. Wolf Lord, not feeling all that fresh and fancy. Last of these Plague Zombies to go down there. If they manage to get him down. Even then, still holding on. Takes several boys to punch him down. But no, now it's the Plague Zombie that lived. It's probably not what he fancies at the moment. Vox in the Void's got a wonderful audio short story about a guardsman turning into a Plague Zombie. Really highly recommend typing that into the old Googles, or YouTube, sorry. Highly recommend it indeed. And these guys now being beaten back by the massive zombie hordes. It's like, I mean, Left 4 Dead. Herald of Nurgle with his mighty power fist, or power claw even. I mean, the whole blood has been finished, question mark? And now left to been destroyed by the Nurgle cultists. Nary a Space Marine in sight. Just Nurgly people. And the zombies just chasing after these guys. Let them live. Let them live, poor sods. There's not much else they can really do. They're going to sit around here and try and fix up this cryo gun turret. He's made a commitment in this game, has Silky Pete. He's put full-blown effort into building up the Wolf Den over here and putting all of his resources in this, well, dare I say, a bit of a cheesy opening. And now that the cheese has not fermented, it's not ripened, turned a bit like sour yogurt in his back pocket. And now what else can you do? Well, there is stuff you can do. You can switch to the econ game. Switch over to keeping alive a little bit longer. But the cryo gun turrets, nowhere to be seen soon as the Iron Priests, they're fallen back. Oh dear, now we're going to fight Plague Zombies in heavy cover. This is... Right, so, again, for new players who are fairly new to the game, if you are primarily a ranged unit composition when you're engaging in the combat, don't fight people in heavy cover. It's not a good idea, unless you yourself are in heavy cover and they are also going for a ranged composition. That way you negate each other's bonuses. What's your plan? That's another thing as well. Be proactive, but be proactive with a plan. So, I mean, there's stuff to kill down here, but this now upgraded, so there's no point even trying. These things are being decapped. We're now capping things over here, which is good. Still nothing being built over here, though. Economies are 27 and 5. We're to 86 and 10.
Nurgle smiles on us, yes.
Felkut Normal. It's raining men. Rip off the roof. Stay in bed. Well, it's not men, it's more grass and maggots and stuff. Very unpleasant. Herald of Nurgle being the MVP. Tanking all the damage. And uprooting these cryo gun turrets as the Plague Marines. How have you guys got caught in this problem? How have you got caught surrounded by so many zombies that you can't physically move? And yeah, that's exactly what's happened there. Soon to be turned into the undead as well. I mean, that's not a mechanic in the game, but that's my headcanon at the moment. We do have Longfangs though, so tier 2 has been sought after by the Wolves of Fenris, but they do then need to keep their distance, as this whole nudging with their heavy bolt guns are not doing them much, and then running towards the wolf den. Run them away, young man, run them away. I mean, this is a dead end as well, so probably not this way neither. Might just be a good idea just to take all these boys, bring them all the way over here, or even here, and just chill out for 5 minutes, regain your composure. Because these zombies are unrelenting, they are not giving up the chase whatsoever. Imagine every time they get a little bit of surrounding them, it does stop these guys from moving forward, I think. So quite a frustrating situation to be in. The positioning being all off. The Silky P has been riled, he's been bamboozled. Possibly has been had in this engagement. And the Death Guard are just keeping on that zombie horde. Oh my goodness, you know what I like about these low-level games? You have no idea what's going to happen. There are optimal playstyles. There are definite tactics that can be implemented and used. And they usually are not. On the Patreon, we occasionally have a noob game being played on there. Just go to the Dawn of War Replays website and pick something really random. I haven't done a noob game for quite some time there. But the Long fans now actually getting some fire done. Some grenades being thrown in there as well. But their health regen is so incredible now. Will take a while to get them down. There's even more plague zombies coming just when you think they've all been nicky-nacky nude. They've also got a Biologist Purifier, which I do believe, look at him. It's got Christmas decorations on the back, green baubles, Merry Christmas, Nurgle. I'm sure if there was one Chaos God that celebrated Christmas, it would indeed be the great-grandfather. Got lots of gifts in his bulging, pustular sack for all the kids at home. Go on, right, now you've got time. Kill one more plague zombie horde. Yes. Opening fire. Exterminate. There we go. One squad wipe down. And that is actually a huge boon for the Grey Wolves. Space Wolves, that's what you're called. Are you building any more? No, you're not. You haven't got any more in the back lines neither. And now only one more plague zombie horde, and I don't think that this one has got the amazing health regen that the other ones have. Do have some plague bearers though from the Tribulation Mound. So very Chaos Demon-y focus. Feckle Normal spreading its pustules and bells everywhere it can. The Nurgle Cultists have got their melter gun. Why? Oh, for destroying the buildings, right, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You building up anything over here? No. You've not built a new unit or building for the entire section of this game. Alright, okay. But maybe you could try. Although mind you, incidentally, you've probably spent all your money on building or reinforcing your boys over here. So that's fair enough. That could be forgiven. And it's still quite a sizable force, in all fairness. Longfangs also don't cost any extra money. Throwing down a smoke grenade. No one can see them, like gorillas in the mist. Listening post soon to be taken down. Feckle Norball spreading its young over onto this side. Gotta definitely kill that before it does anything mischievous. There's a lot of damage in an AoE style. But thankfully pruning those trees, pruning the weeds, shall we say. So we're going to go for quadruple Plague Horrors down here. He's got the money for it there. He's got the money. He's probably said to himself, right, okay, I could probably kill him if I went for normal means. But why go for normal means when you can go for the zombie horde? And that's what we like. We like the themes on this channel. The themes and the memes. Got Potbelly Boy over here. Christmas Nurgle, ready to do some stuff. I have no idea what you do there, but I'm sure you do something. Oh, are you just like a apothecary? Is that what you are? I assume so. That would make sense. Never normally see the Death Guard go for their apothecary unit purely because they're usually so tanky anyway, they don't really need it. Second list supposed to go down. Almost, potentially. Go get him. Yes, there we go. Here come the Plague Zombies, and that's a lot of Plague Zombies. A lot of Plague Zombies indeed, and here they come marching towards their next meal. Grey Slayers over here are going to persistently go through the strategic point. And they've nabbed it. But at what cost? At what cost of their own sanity? The Grey Slayers do a mean bit of damage in close combat. They are alright at it, but they've now got a Desecrator on the way. What are you going to do about that? Mr. Longfang. What are you? You're a field generator, but the teeniest, tiniest of ones. I imagine you do 15. Surely you do not do 15 green money on your own. Maybe you've got others planted around somewhere else. Or maybe you do 15 green money. Well, a little goes a long way. I've got Plague Bearers to go with those Plague Zombies, and also the Herald of Nurgle. This is a difficult life choice for the Grey Knights, not Grey Knights, Grey Wolves, Space Wolves, whatever you call them. And by life choice, I mean they've chosen to not play the game. They've chosen to create their own game. And while a fun game it's been, they need to do something a little bit different. Switch up their style, switch up their strategies. They are starting to, oh, I'm going to build up a base, but over here instead. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, pig and a pokey. I mean, that's one way to avoid base harassment, I guess, just by building your base somewhere else. And these guys don't need to build, like, connected to any other things. Not like in, like, a area of control that's normally around the HQ. So that is something. But the Death Guard are now finally spreading out and taking control of the map as a whole. Got some Blight drones as well. Now, another tip for all you noobs out there. What Cultist Champ is doing is that he's basically building up his boys, and then they kind of just spawn outside the buildings and don't really do anything. Generally, what you want is wherever your focus is, or wherever you want your units to really tend to go, you rally them, you basically click on your building and right-click somewhere. That'll send your boys over, and at least it'll be put in an area where you won't forget about them, which is a problem that I have quite a lot, but you shouldn't have that because you're smart. I have it quite a lot because I'm very forgetful and not very smart. Plague Zombies, they're returning back home. They've got no food left to go for. And actually, the Space Wolves, where are your... Right, so you've got two boys inside the Chaos Gate. I imagine that's your Chaos lads. And actually, this building, I think, is infiltrated. It's... No, it's not. But it will be infiltrated at some point, I imagine. Because that's what happens when you take up enough.
Is there something?
Or is that the Hall of Knowledge that makes things go infiltrated? Something does that.
Is there something bothering you?
The Grey Knights now going to come over on this side. Light drones scurrying forward. Yeah, there's no way that the Grey Knights can win this now.
This makes a harvest of the blight gods.
Or is there? Who knows? Maybe he survives until tier 3, pulls the Predator out of his backside, and then just solos everything. There's no real way to know. The Grey Slayers are being killed one by one. A devastating barrage from these blight drones. And it's nice actually, we don't get to see many of these units normally from the Death Guard, as we do tend to just see Assault Marines and all that bad stuff. So I actually get to really appreciate the models, and look how awful these guys are. Love the Eye of Sauron-esque kind of thing going on, and the way that the light reflects in there as well. I mean, I'm using the a reshader as well as forcing the game to play on high fidelity through the mod manager menu, which you can do. Just basically go on there and fiddle with the settings until you get like high stuff. Oh, that's a lot of plague zombies being kicked around in there. Gonna go for a glitchling. Ooh, okay. Wonder what that looks like.
Nurgle smiles on us.
Have to keep our peepers peeled on that boy. More Fecklet Normal has been placed down. The Grey Knights are now actually... Sorry, not Grey Knights. Space Wolves. God, why is it such a hard name to remember? Oh no, they spawn inside the Tribulation Mound. Oh, I want to see them. They look interesting from what I can tell from the glitchling artwork here. What kind of economy are you rocking now? You see, now your economy's a little bit better. It's a smidgen better, but... So for every one of these Chaos Gates, you can build 3 of these Halls of Knowledge. And it takes me about 6 to get a decent enough economy. Bearing in mind that each single one of these capture points is about 6 blue money anyway. Like, even if you don't build anything on them, still quite good. From a Space Wolf perspective, considering that they do struggle with economy. Right, things are going to be summoned in. Are you the hatchlings? You are the glitchlings. Let's have a look at you, boys. You're just nerglings. You're just nerglings. But you're wearing helmets. Unless you were meant to be Space Marines, but then became non-Space Marines. Got a little speak on the stomach as well. Cool, nice one. Well, you Foul Blight Spawn, we've seen you before. Seen you plenty of times before, Foul Blight Spawn. Grenades from hell, more or less. Your favourite Russ coming in for more money and Power of the Warp as well. Not sure if more green money is what you need, but any more economy is what you need. They're going to go for the maximum tiers and Dark Apotheosis research. So big endgame units for these. In fact, I will actually fast forward because it is a bit of a sit still fest. Oh no, we've got the Grey Slayer coming out. They're going to go for their well, just regular melter guns. Oh no, but they die straight away. Oh, that's sad. Even in the heavy cover. Well, I've had no health upgrades. Bless them. They just wanted to come out and fight for Russ. Oh, never mind. Fast forwarding again. Seeing what else can come out. Another Hall of Knowledge. So their economy, you see, so look, right? They've got 1, 2 Halls of Knowledge. And they've captured all their bits and bobs. Which has basically put them on parity of like a standard tier 1 economy. So you can see why they went for the mad rush at the beginning. It worked really well. So just did this 20 minutes ago. But a completely different story. So I highly recommend you guys, if you want to redo this matchup, and then try again. Because I'm a big fan, I'm a big believer in playing factions that aren't exactly meta. As a man who played a lot of League of Legends back in the day, I always played Ivern in jungle. Purely because, you know, Ivern is like a shit champion. But when you win with something that's rubbish, that's where the real joy is. These flies have been blown up by the booby-trapped point. While the Sons of Rust cannot build on their also their strategic points. They can build a minefield on there, which does dissuade people from trying to capture them. I'm going to come over and see if they can do anything against the Desecrator. Sadly losing one melter gun in the process there. Another melter gun also been focused down. That's super not coof. You only get 6 members, or 5 members in total in the squad. Which is a bit saddening. Now Cultist with their biologist purifier. Just gun out, firing the green sludge everywhere. We'll fast forward. It does look like the game is coming to a close, but we do see a second Chaos Gate, more minefields, another Wolf Den. Oh, we've got blooming. Oh, because of course you don't normally see this dude. I mean, we've seen him plenty of times in Ultimate Apocalypse, but actually Unification, the amount of times we actually see Hulk here is what a rare treat. Look at those tits, man. You can at least zoom in on the Nurgle boys. You can't do this with Slanesh. It's the closest and the best kind of tits you're going to get in this game, I'm afraid. There we go. Also, by the by, if you had this game on, minimise the background just listening to it, and now you've just scrolled over the mention of boobs, well, you owe me a subscribe if you're not subscribed. Haha, gotcha. Alright, let's fast forward some more. The anticipation as the Plague Bearers counting 7 by 7. Just mindlessly walking into that minefield. That's one way to kill a minefield, I suppose. And Ulka just needs to come in. Oh, he's just throwing up. He's being a bit poorly at the moment. Being a bit sick is what he is. Got the Herald of Nurgle coming in. And they found the Chaos Gate. It's like, oh, is there no one defending it? Are there no Space Wolves? And, yeah, they've got no money. They've got no money. And it was a good effort all the same. Really good opening from Silky Pete. I genuinely thought it was like, right, okay, that's gonna end it. Gonna end it, but no, those zombies, man. Unable to focus fire them down. Oh, I was gonna go for a tier 3 as well. But all for naught. And now they're infiltrated, you see? Now they're infiltrated, but not quite anymore. Oh, right, those field generators, they are that small. You just build multiple of them on top of each other, I think. Cool. Right, well, all's fair that ends well, and all's well that ends fair, I suppose. It was definitely something for the books. But hey-ho, it's all good fun in the grand scheme of things. And if you are also new to the game, or new to Discord, or new to anything like that, feel free to send in your games. Because games like this, you know, I think it's quite interesting. I know it's not the high-octane, high plays of professional players that we know all the names of by now, but sometimes being able to demonstrate what to do and what not to do is quite useful for you kiddos at home that might be thinking of getting involved, but might need someone to explain how to do better. I've got a plan to make an Ultimate Beginners guide to Dawn of War very, very soon. In fact, I might even start that video later on this evening from the day of recording this video. But we shall see. I'm a very busy man, and I've got a very small attention span, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so thank you so much for sending the game in, lads. It's been a pleasure as always, never chop. Discord and Patreon, links, description as always, etc, etc, amen. As for Mr. Landshark, I'll see you in a bit. Peace!